Hi everyone, welcome back to BI Tricks. In this video, I'm going to show you the 5 big updates that you should be aware of. Let's start with the first update. So the first big update is the date picker slicer. So now we can create a date picker slicer where you can select dates manually with this calendar style interactive user interface. And also you can select the relative dates like last 1 month, last 10 months. I'll show you how you can add this date picker feature in your Power BI report. You must be having this kind of date slicer already present in your reports. So in order to make this date slicer as the date picker slicer, you'll have to open the format pane and go to slicer settings. And here in the options, we can choose as date picker here. Make sure your Power BI report should be updated to the latest month. And here we can now choose the dates like this. Let's delete this. You can either select the date ranges from the scroll, or you can click on the date range options and you can manually select any particular date, for example from 3 June, 28 June, and click on apply. Then we have the option to go to the relative dates, and let's choose the last 3 months. Offset could be 0 because we want to include the current month as well. So we have this last 3 months updates. You can see the date range here, and you can also do some formatting like removing the slider. You can also change this color for the date range options from the buttons. So inside this button, go to icon, and here you can change the colors like this. If you don't want summary and just want the two dates to be appearing and you want the slices to take very less space, so for that you can also remove the summary options. So go to text, and here inside the text you can turn off the summary, and you can also turn off the background from here. This is how you can use the date picker feature. Let's go to the second useful update. The second update is adding the conditional formatting to the line chart. So here in this, you can see we are showing the sales for all the months and for all the years. So currently you can see this orange is the 2025 year. For 2024, we are using this blue color. And for 2023, we are using this pink color. So we can conditionally format these colors. So for that, we can open the format pane and go to the lines and then to colors. Inside this color, click on effects, and in the gradient you can choose the year and choose the maximum year, and let's choose this dark blue color, add a middle color, and let's add for the lowest value we can use this light gray color and click on OK. For the current year it's showing the dark blue, and for the previous year it's showing this gray color, and for 2023 the minimum year it's showing the light gray color. And the important thing is it is dynamic. So even if you show the multiple years data, like for 10 years data, this chart will be conditionally formatted. So the latest year will be having the dark blue, and then it will be conditionally formatted till the minimum year having the light gray color. The third update would be setting a page to a landing page. So you can right click and click on set as landing page, and it will set the page as landing page. So earlier we used to always go to the first page and click on save, and then used to publish the Power BI report to Power BI service. So if we were working on this page 6, and then also we always had to go to the first page and then save the report, and then we used to publish that report to Power BI service. But now you can set the page as landing page, where you want the users to land whenever the user opens the Power BI report, so that now if you're working on the page 7, and you can just click on save and publish the report if you have already saved the page as landing page. This is a small update, but it saves a lot of time. Let's move to the fourth update. So suppose I want to duplicate this page, and if I click on duplicate, it has created a duplicate of page 1 here in the end of the pages. I have total 23 pages, and I will rename this page as page 2, and I want to bring this page beside the page 1. So earlier you used to drag this page here and then click on the previous page, and then again drag the page to page 8 maybe, and then again we had to do this manual effort. But now you can directly drag this page to the page where you want to land, and now I can directly add it here in the second page. Again, this is a small change from Microsoft, but it saves a lot of time when you have multiple pages in your Power BI report. The fifth update that I want to discuss is the auto expand feature in the metrics. So let's add the year in the rows and sales in the column. Let's add this month in the rows. Once we add this month, we can go to the year and we can expand that so that we show the months inside this year. But if you want to analyze the data all at once and you don't want to click on the plus icon and you don't want to drill down for every year, what you can do is you can go to the row headers and you can go to options. Here we get a feature called auto expand. You can turn it on, and now let's add this month again here, and you see it expanded. It automatically expands the hierarchy, which is easier to analyze the data, and this works for the columns as well. So that was the big updates that I wanted to discuss with you.
If you need my help and want to connect one on one with me on any Power BI issue, you can book a call on Topmate. I have provided the link in the description. And if you want to buy any Power BI product, you can go to the digital product and buy it from here. See you there.
I hope you like this video and have learned something new from this video. Till then, goodbye and thanks for watching. See you in the next video.